So it's now my pleasure to introduce Jennifer Moss, who will introduce our program.
All right, did everybody see the statue out front when you pulled in? Yes. All right, that is a very special person to me and to Jerry sitting right here to my right. Jerry Brown comes to us with the Heart of a Soldier statue of his son, who was killed 4.5 years ago at war for our country. So Jerry and I have been working to get his park put together for Dan, and the progress is here today, and we really wanted you to see Dan up close, and you actually get to see him in person. That statue is a very close, if not almost spot on, statue of Dan. And so with that, I'd like to introduce Jerry.
Thank you. I gave a presentation here, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. So some of you have heard the story of my son and his death. I'll just kind of briefly go over that a little bit for some of you who don't know it. Sergeant Dan Brown was stationed in Afghanistan, a little forward operating base called Kuhak. And on the night of March 24th, 2012, his unit was assigned to go out and assist the Afghan police and military in the roadside check. A few hours into their assignment, a Afghani policeman came up and showed Dan and his unit a picture of a IED that they had taken about 800 yards away. So my son and his unit went to check out this IED. Before they left, though, my son and his platoon, they were going to send one platoon to go check the bomb and the other ones to do some cover around. And they normally kind of rotate who goes. Well, my son, it wasn't his turn to go, but my son got into an argument with the other sergeant from the other platoon on who was going to lead the platoon to go check out the IED. They even actually they didn't come to blows, but there was a very heated argument with the swearing and all kinds of stuff on who was going to go check out the IED. And my son won the argument. That so embodies, to me, heart of a soldier, the heart of our military. That they would actually argue on who would go and take the most dangerous position. And that's, all of you who are veterans probably know what that is and how you feel that you need to protect the other people in your unit. So that is so indicative of all. I mean, the memorial I'm doing is we'll have the names of all the fallen soldiers of Idaho. How he's indicative of all the soldiers and the heart that they have for their other soldiers. Anyway, so Dan led his platoon down to where the 800 yards away to where the IED was. When they got there, Dan took the guys in his unit and placed them behind this wall. And there, a few hundred yards away, was the IED. Well, the Afghan soldiers and officers aren't too, well trained or very sharp. So there was 5 of them all standing around this IED. Of course, my son and the interpreter yelled at them to try to get them away from the IED, with no luck. So they proceeded forward to try to get them physically away from the IED. And as happenstance goes, when they were all around the IED, they think that there might have been a trap and set up that way. But anyway, the IED went off. It killed my son and the interpreter and all 5 of the Afghan soldiers that were around the IED. So after Dan's death, obviously it's been a very hard situation, and being kind of a male and somebody who kind of feels you have to do something, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I kind of felt helpless. So I did a few things. I rebuilt my '68 Roadrunner, and I dedicated it to Dan. I made a Fallen Soldiers Memorial out in front of my yard, but there just didn't seem like that was still enough to really recognize not only my son, but all of the other soldiers who had given their lives. It would have been nice if I could have done a memorial for all of the soldiers who lost their lives over there, but that would have been probably a little bit more of an undertaking than I could take, so I just decided to honor the fallen soldiers from Idaho. And so I contacted the gal who did the statue. Whose name is Lena Torich. She's actually a Russian immigrant who came over from Leningrad. So if time, I guess right at the moment, I'll go ahead and run this little clip that was done by NBC News, and then I'll go ahead and come back to some more.
Back now on a Sunday morning with a touching tribute to a fallen hero. 3 years ago this week, an Idaho family's life forever changed when their son was killed on the front lines. Now they're preparing a special goodbye. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has their story.
For Jerry and Becky Brown, the last 3 years have been a long road.
It's been a pretty emotional day.
Now they're driving from their hometown in Idaho to see their son.
We have been looking forward to this day for a long time.
They've never seen him quite like this.
Part of me died when he died.
Army Sergeant Dan Brown was just 27 years old when the roadside bomb exploded in Afghanistan. He never got to meet his newborn twin daughters, never got to say goodbye to his wife Jordan.
I miss my friend. I don't know, I don't know.
Sometimes a gravesite just isn't enough. So to keep his memory alive, Sergeant Brown's family rounded up donations and commissioned Salt Lake City sculptor Lena Torich to create a special memorial.
What was the toughest detail to capture?
His spirit.
His spirit and his smile. Sergeant Brown loved to hand out candy to Afghan children.
They're ambassadors. They came with peace and they protect freedom.
Before it can be cast in bronze and shipped to his hometown, the clay sculpture needs final approval.
How's your daddy?
First from two girls now almost 3 years old who finally get to see their father for the first time.
It's so great.
And then from two parents who never thought this road would end.
Just to be able to see your son again is kind of something that most people probably don't ever get the chance to do, and it means a lot.
You've got a dimple there. And the world is filled with so much sadness. We need to replace that with some glimmer of hope.
Hope that a hero's memory lives on.
I love you, Dad.
Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Salt Lake City.
And that statue is set to be cast in bronze this week. Wow, right?
Special. Good story.
Sure. We're back, right?
Yeah, that was done by ABC News, obviously, for the Today Show. As you see in the picture there, I wanted to depict, I saw a lot of statues of soldiers. There was a soldier killed up from McCall area. His name is John Barbonas, and he saved a lot of the people in his unit by, stopping a truck that was coming in, and he shot the driver and stuff and saved a lot of people's lives. But I wanted to kind of depict a little bit more of why I call this the heart of the soldier, is to depict that our soldiers do more than just, kill, and I don't mean to be that gruff, but anyway, but like Lena said, they are ambassadors, and I think that just like as I was saying, as Dan argued with his other sergeant, their heart is to protect people and to protect the people in their unit, and not only protect those people as Dan did, he was trying to protect even people that he didn't know, the Afghan soldiers. So, and that to me is where the true heart of the soldier is not to actually do damage or to kill other people, but to protect the people around them. So that's why I kind of chose that. I'm going to say one other little thing about Dan. Jennifer was telling me when she was talking to Dan one time when he was home on leave, and she asked Dan why he stayed in the military. He was Dan was in the military for 10 years when he was killed. And she told me that Dan said that it was because he was good at his job. And I kind of thought that that meant, well, Dan was a sergeant, so sergeants take care of their troops and do all the little things that they're supposed to do. And that's kind of what I thought that Dan meant. Until 2 months ago, I was watching TV and there was a soldier who received the Congressional Medal of Honor from President Obama. And after the ceremony, a reporter asked this soldier who had been in a firefight, and saved a lot of people's lives and stuff, and of his fellow troops, and she asked him if he was afraid when he went through this ordeal. And he said, no, I wasn't afraid. And he says, because, and she says, well, why is that? And he said, because I'm good at my job. And then it hit me. That's because he said, because we are trained so well. Excuse me, because they're trained so well at what they do, that they have actually they don't have that type of fear that we would think that happens when you're in that kind of situation, because they've been trained so well and they know exactly what they're doing, and they have the faith in their abilities and their skills, and they're not afraid. I kind of relate that personally. I was a structural steel iron worker for quite a few years of my life, and as Tom Carter, a brother iron worker, we worked together quite a bit. Most people, when we worked in ironwork, there was no safety gear. We didn't wear, all the safety harnesses and stuff they have now. So we were just up there running around on the iron. And most people would think somebody like that, has nerves of steel and all that type of stuff. But that's not what it was to me. Me being able, because you face death, just like I said, if you make the wrong move or whatever, you're probably going to die. So every day you worked around, you faced death, and we saw people die occasionally, unfortunately, even on our jobs. But what it was to me was that I knew that I was good at what I did. I knew that I could take a step out on that iron, and I could walk wherever I wanted to go, and I could do whatever I wanted to do, because I knew that and I felt that I was the best at my job. And so the whole thing kind of came together with what Jen had told me, and Dan and our soldiers, and it finally made a lot of sense to me. And I know that's where the heart of our soldiers are too. I mean, they are so well trained that not that they don't have fear, but they know that they can do the job, and then they know that they can keep the people safe around them. So anyway, I guess we'll get on a little bit more to the park. This is a rendering that I'm sorry, architect here in Twin drew up for me. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name right now. So this is the actual park. First, let me go back, and when I wanted to place where to place the statue and stuff at, I had kind of a little bit of a dilemma. I wasn't sure where I wanted to do it. I know I've talked to Robert a little bit about they've changed the Jerome Park now to the Veteran Memorial Park there in Jerome. I thought about that as a location, but I really wanted a place where there were children and stuff around to be able to hopefully enjoy the statue and stuff. And I've had a few kids just today before I came over. The statue's being stored at Lighthouse Christian Fellowship, and they have refugee kids there right now doing summer stuff, and they all came out and wanted to see the statue. And the first thing they want to do is touch the statue, and they all of them, I want to touch the gun, I want to touch the gun, So, but that's what I want. Is I wanted a statue and a thing and a place where people and children can go and play it. I want them to be able to climb around on it if they feel like it, and to enjoy it, because I know that that's what every soldier, even Dan, whose name is on that wall, would want. They don't want to be revered and don't touch me, or don't enjoy this. So that was one of my main reasons for picking the park in Jerome. And then I went and talked to Gary Warr here, who's the director of the Jerome Rec District over there, and asked him if that would be possible. And he brought it up before their board, and they decided it was, that they would like that, and that means very, very much to me, Gary, and the board. With that site picked, then we've been, obviously, then the statue. No, okay. So here's the wall. Guess we bypass the statue for right now.
I think we come back to it.
Okay. I basically designed everything here in the wall. I just kind of pictured something in my mind of what I wanted, and this is what it kind of came up with. As you can see, it's 6x6 stainless steel tube. Where the black is there, then we will take and cut out names from another piece of steel. And then those will be put on offset off the wall about 3/4 of an inch. Let's see. Anyway, okay, I guess we'll go on. Here's a little film clip of Maddie and Marty. This is Dan's twin daughters who was born 3 months before he was killed. And this is their first, as you saw, they saw the clay statue, but this is the first time they saw the statue when it was finished. So.
Come on, Miss Maddie. Is prayer nourishes Yeah, there's Daddy's statue.
I wish I could touch it.
Yeah, you can touch it. Here, let me help you up there. Oop. Yeah.
I can get up there by myself.
Can? Okay.
Daddy!
There's Daddy. Yeah, give Daddy a hug, huh? Break, huh? Oh, don't kick Daddy. Yeah, you did, huh?
He had a gun.
Yeah, that's Daddy's gun.
Bad guys and Daddy
Yeah.
got killed.
Yeah, and then Daddy got killed, huh?
And he's snoring a lot.
Yeah, see, he's saying hi to a little boy there, huh? Yeah.
No, but is he alive?
No, it's just a statue.
Did he die?
No, he didn't die.
Look at we make cookies, remember? We just made those and you saw us making cookies.
Yeah, do you know your handprint's in there? You remember when you guys went down there and you put, yeah, there's your handprint right there.
But now
Now it's all hard, huh?
Now my fingers are so big.
Yeah, your fingers are bigger now, huh?
I growed up really fast.
Yeah.
I did a monkey bars.
You did the monkey bars, yeah. Huh.
This is my paw. And this is my paw.
It's your handprint, huh?
Yeah, look at it. Ooh, this is shiny.
Yeah, be careful there, Maddie, or Marley. Yeah, just don't climb. I just don't want you to fall and get hurt.
I won't. It's my hand, so.
Yeah.
I miss my daddy.
Yeah, I know. I miss him too, huh?
Did you see him before?
Oh, yeah. I saw him a lot.
I wish he was alive.
Yeah, me too.
Daddy, wake up.
But at least now you can go see Daddy when you want, huh?
Yeah.
There's his statue. You can always go to his statue and say hi to Daddy, huh?
Daddy, wake up. Daddy, wake up. He can't wake up because he's in statue.
Yeah, this is just a statue. Daddy's up in heaven with Jesus, huh?
Ow.
You bump your noggin her?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
Just get up.
You're all done talking to Daddy? Okay.
That was one of my, I guess, kind of reasons for wanting to do the statue too, is just, as you saw, for a place for Dan's girls to go, so that they can be with their dad. So anyway, this is kind of where we're at right now. We still need to, obviously, I guess from here to ask for money. Hopefully don't need to sound so blunt about it, but this is some of our needs that we have yet to finish up the statue. We still have the concrete and to cut the names in the stainless steel and some installation stuff. So this is kind of what we're trying to get raised here, so we can get it finished. I'm hopefully, if everything goes good, I'm still hoping maybe around Veterans Day of a dedication time, and hopefully have everything done. So. If there's any questions, please. I don't know whether Robert was wanting to say anything. I know that.
Talk about golf.
Oh, golf. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot about Okay. Also, we're doing a little fundraiser on the 27th of August. We have a little golf scramble. So, and like I said, all proceeds will go to the park. It'll be Saturday morning, and then there'll be a little dinner and raffle type thing, if we can hopefully scrounge up some few items to raffle off and stuff. So, and there's a little picture of Maddie and Marley, Dan's grave. It was probably on Memorial Day this year, so they are two of the sweetest kids. And Becky and I mean, Dan was 27 when he was killed, and we kept wondering if we were ever going to have grandkids or not. So luckily the Lord blessed us with these two before he took Dan to be with him. Our other son, Matt, is autistic, so he's not going to give us any grandchildren. So anyway, they are truly a picture of Dan. I see Dan in both of them, especially Maddie. We usually watch them every weekend, and it's just such a blessing to have them in our lives. So anyway, that's all on the slides.
Does anybody have any questions about the park or golf tournament? Looks like Rick does.
Back here we couldn't read the numbers. What was the bottom line?
Well,
18,000. The total comes out to about 26, but in the GoFundMe page online, there's $8,000 sitting there. So we'll be able to work from that a little bit. Brian, did you want to say a few things?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw the video on the Today Show. Very moved, but at the same time when that came out, I assumed that it was kind of already a done deal, and I thought it was a great project. And I've known, Jerry and his wife Becky for years. Becky and I went to Russia about 12 years ago now to do mission work over there, and became really good friends. And what we've been, and when I saw the thing on CanVT, talking about that Jerry still needed money to get this done, and that he's since been diagnosed with cancer, and I know also the hardships as well. He's got a son with autism, and so I began bugging some of our firearms manufacturers to donate. So far we've gotten about 3 firearms donated, and we're selling them online. And I asked Jennifer if I could just say a couple words, just because at the same time I know Jerry. Jerry, humble guy, and we need to get this done. For Jerry, for Becky, for the kids, and for our soldiers, for Dad's memory. So whatever you guys can do, it needs to be done. Thank you.
And I can't get, Ryan just came to me. I didn't ask him, and I can't tell you how much that means. Just out of the blue, he said, "Jerry, can we have a talk?" And I said, "Yeah." And he came in and he said, "Jerry, we're gonna raise some money for this thing, and just what he's doing, and it just means so much to me because, like I said, a lot of people. I don't mean to be negative or anything, but a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I'd love to help and stuff," and then unfortunately sometimes that kind of gets sidetracked, and things sometimes just don't get done, even though people say that they can help. So, but Ryan is somebody just jumped right in there, not even being asked, and he's doing a lot, and it means so much to me, and I really appreciate that. Is there any other questions? Is it just there for sport? Okay.
We have signups for the golf tournament. If that's the way you'd like to support it, that'd be great. And if somebody knows somebody who does concrete, we can maybe, work with them if they wanted to donate time or product. We have people that can do the work. If you have any thoughts or creative ways to approach this, please let us know. We're open to any idea.
Yeah.
Thanks. Sure. I can do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, on behalf of our club and our entire nation, we thank you and we thank Sergeant Dan for his ultimate sacrifice. And I hope you all find it in your hearts if you are so inclined to give to this project. $18,000 is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money when it comes to the generosity of this club and the generosity to others in the valley. And if you have a business that wants to give and you don't want to go through a GoFundMe page, Jerry was a very valued and beloved member of our foundation, our CSI family, for a number of years. And then after Dan's death, he has dedicated his time to this project. And so the CSI Foundation is proud to and humbled to be part of this project as we act as a 501c3 for them. So if you need a fiduciary agent, we are performing that role on behalf of Jerry and of their family and of Sergeant Dan. One more job